And we are back in studio right here on Mountain Connections. Right now, taking a turn in our topics to your health and wellness, specifically high cholesterol. In fact, just under 100 million adults struggle with high cholesterol, and this can lead to very damaging health issues such as heart disease, stroke, and much more. Here to tell us about this and what we can do is Dr. Abha Khandelwal and Katherine Wilemon. We're thankful they're both with us today. Dr. Khandelwal, let's start with you. Tell me about the current state with high cholesterol right now in this country.
Well, it's not great. Over 1/3 of the US population suffers from high cholesterol. We know that anywhere from 1 in 250 to 1 in 5 individuals have a genetic form that cannot be treated with diet and exercise alone. Heart disease is the #1 killer of adults in this country and disproportionately affects certain minorities. We know that reducing cholesterol helps reduce that risk. And in fact, recently we know the lower we keep our LDL cholesterol, the longer, the better. Despite having a lot of medications that can safely reduce cholesterol, only a little over a half of those that are eligible are actually on them. So in summary, the cholesterol health in this country needs to be improved.
And Dr. Khandelwal, tell me more about cholesterol lowering medications. How effective are they, and what are some side effects that people need to be aware of?
So actually, Christine, there's a whole host of safe and effective cholesterol lowering options. Statins are a class of medications that not only lower the cholesterol, but actually help reduce future cardiovascular events and risk. And more recently, a large meta-analysis showed that the risk of side effects is quite low. And in fact, we have newer medications called PCSK9 inhibitors that also lower LDL cholesterol and can get them as low as in the 30 to 40 milligram per deciliter range. And again, a newer study demonstrated that those individuals who were on these medicines longer had almost a 20% lower risk of heart attack, stroke, and cardiovascular death. So we have a lot of options. Talk to your healthcare provider. You may need more than one to get to your target.
And Katherine, you have unfortunately a very memorable story. You had a heart attack before you were even 40 years old. Tell me about that.
So the cause of my having a heart attack at the age of 39 turned out to be exactly that, high cholesterol. When I was 15 years old, it was discovered that my LDL cholesterol level was above 300, which is very high. So fast forward through college, I became a vegetarian. I was on and off of statins, but it really didn't help enough because at the age of 39, I started to develop some shortness of breath, even when I walked up a flight of stairs. And then one day I was out gardening and I developed crushing chest pain and pain radiating down my arm. And I knew that something was very wrong, so I called 911. It turns out that I had 100% blockage of the main artery responsible for feeding blood to my heart. And I now know that I have a genetic condition called familial hypercholesterolemia, which causes high cholesterol from birth. And I'm on 3 medications to keep my cholesterol in a safe range now. So hopefully I'll get to see my 2 daughters grow up.
Well, we're so thankful that you're here today and using your experience to help spread awareness and education. What do you recommend people do to help lower their LDL cholesterol, especially to manage cardiovascular disease?
Well, I think it's important for you to commit to yourself to find out what your LDL cholesterol level is, and then to lower it if need be, and to stay on the medications that keep it low. There's new guidance out from the American College of Cardiology that recommends that if you have cardiovascular disease like I do already, then you need to have your cholesterol, your LDL cholesterol, as low as 55 milligrams per deciliter. So find out where your cholesterol should be and keep it low.
And Katherine, where can we get more information about this important discussion today about lowering cholesterol, its connection to heart attacks, and managing cardiovascular disease?
You can go to morefamilies.morehearts.org.
Well, thank you so much, Katherine and Dr. Khandelwal, for joining us today. Really appreciate your time and sharing your experiences to help our viewers manage lower cholesterol and hopefully prevent issues with heart attack and stroke. We'll be back here on Mountain Connections right after this.